Hey guys, I'm Max Luigi. Welcome back to whatever this is called. Checking in again. Um, Today was a weird day. It seemed to go by really fast. And I think I'm kind of happy to say that I don't mind. Because usually I mind. Usually I don't want days to go by fast so that I don't have to go back to work as quickly as, like, if the day goes by fast, I don't have any time to like stop and say, okay, I don't have to go to work for like a couple hours. I don't have to go to sleep to go to work for a couple hours. If I go to sleep, then I'm gonna have to get up and go to work, and I have to bide my time and cherish these hours that I don't have to go to sleep and then go to work. If I go to sleep, it's over. But if I'm not, if I'm not asleep, I can enjoy the time, all this time that I have before I go to work. But and normally I would mind anyway about that. You ever do that? You ever like just I saw a really cool Vsauce video lately. I think it's his newest regular Vsauce video. You should check it out. Um, and this it made me realize this. You might understand if you watch it, or if you watch it, you'd understand what I'm talking about. Um, but anyway, sometimes to almost to delay the future, like if like there are events coming in the future that I know that I don't want to be a part of yet. I know I'm going to have to be a part of them eventually, but I want to just stall as much as possible. So in order to make time feel longer, like I don't do anything. I don't watch a video, I don't sleep, I don't, you know, anything that would take up time and get my mind off of, you know, just sitting and doing nothing. Like I'll sometimes I'll just sit down or lay down and just think, hey, I got all the time in the world if I just sit here. Because time seems so much slower when we're bored. And it's like you can sit there and feel the time. And if you just sit there and just look around and kind of ponder time, you'll be surprised at how little time will pass. You check the clock every so often. Like, hey, let me think about, the elements or whatever for like 18 minutes. Well, you feel like you've thought about it for 18 minutes and it's been like, 4 minutes and you're like, wow, okay. So what I'm saying is that's not what I'm doing right now. Today felt fast and I'm not upset about it. And I think it's because I'm less stressed and I'm in a better mood and I'm happier. I didn't really it took me to until a couple days ago to realize that I was unhappy lately. And for the first time in a little while, I really laughed at like a Markiplier video. Like lately I've been watching Markiplier cuz I always do, but like I've been laughing less often lately. Like I'll find things funny, right? Like genuinely I'll think they're really funny, but I just won't laugh. And I don't know if it's just, you know, unhappiness or something else. But things that I think I used to in the past would have laughed at. I laughed at before multiple times, like rewatching old videos and being like laughing again at the same joke or whatever. Even though I forgot it a little bit, I still remember the joke, like when we get there. But I haven't been laughing again, and I was like, why am I not? This is funny. I used to laugh every time they laughed about something, and just I watched a video before this, and I laughed, and I was like, wow, this is great. And that sounds kind of dark, but it's a good thing. And I think what I said in the other video, I think episode 1 of this, I guess this is episode 2, but letting myself off the hook for stuff and making videos. I think I've realized that those things are just necessary for me to be for me to be my happiest, and I'm really happy about that because it's like I've found like this key to this lock that you know I don't know. It's so crazy. It's such a nice feeling to be like, wow, I don't care that it feels like how do I say that? If time went by quickly in the past, I used to think that I wasted it, that I didn't cherish it enough, that I didn't use it to be happy instead of like I used it to waste time and now I have to go to work again or school again or whatever, instead of, enjoying it and making it go by slowly and all this crap. And tonight and today and tonight, I don't care. Like I went to work and I got off a little later than usual and, uh, it's seems like the day went by so fast. I don't know why the day seems like it went by so fast. Work went by fast. It was all fast, but it was all normal, and yet it feels faster. And I think it's because I'm just not so like stressed and like anxious or depressed or ashamed or whatever. All the feelings that I was feeling about not doing anything. You know? And it's like, well, you've never had a job before. Well, after a few months, I don't accept that excuse for myself anymore, which is not good. But I think I've had to learn to accept it again. To realize that just because it's been a couple months doesn't mean I'm adjusted when I work, 5 hours or 5 days a week, and then I do stuff 2 days a week that has to be done all the time. So it's like, oh well, you should find the time. Well, it's kind of hard to find the time sometimes. You know what I mean? People say that, but they don't really, they don't really know what it's like. They don't have any time to sit around and watch stuff with their family. They just do all this shit they need to do all day, and they're like, oh, I've accomplished all these things. But it's like, no, sometimes I want to watch YouTube for like 2 hours or watch anime or something. It's just I don't know. Oh, anyway, um, but yeah, I'm happy about it, and I should have. This. I know that this that was a long part one of the video. Part one of the videos are going to be me being like, this is how my day was and shit. But what I meant to say was I'm happy that the day went by fast and that's not normal, and I'm excited about feeling this way in the future and making these videos. Thank you for watching and clicking on this video, by the way. Video's not over yet. I still want to talk about this thing that's been sitting on the screen that I haven't mentioned at all. So I can't explain it anywhere close to how good this page explains it, but also it's because I'm trying to do it in layman's terms, kind of. Anyway, I've been reading up on this and it's really cool. That's why it's in this video. I love the idea of this, and I have just got back into reading about it, you know, like the other day. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's check-in or whatever. If you want to subscribe or leave a like, that would be so great. If you want to comment, likes and comments help a lot with like recommendations and helping my channel grow. I don't care if you ring the bell. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have the bells on because I don't want notifications from anything but like texts and stuff. And what was that thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, I'll put this link in the description after I remember, and you guys should read up on it. It's really cool. If you know enough about this to understand this page. If you want to learn more about it and get to where you can understand it, there's uh, people that can explain things better than me are on YouTube, like Veritasium, Vsauce, Smarter Every Day. Maybe Smarter Every Day probably doesn't know this much about chemistry. Not that he's not super smart, but there's chemistry channels and stuff where you can kind of get introduced to this enough to kind of get the gist and actually get the gist from reading this, you know, essay. This is like a fucking like scientist essay, official chemist, essay, But thank you for watching, and remember that I believe in you, and having confidence in yourself is good. And whatever you may think that you're ashamed of or you're doing wrong, unless it's hurting somebody else. If you think you're lazy or something, don't worry about it. Just let it go. You're doing the best you can. I know that you're doing the best you can. You need to know it too. And also, we can create new elements, you know, only because we know that we can, or that we know that we see, we probably shouldn't even be doing this. We did it because we could. And they tried to do this for like 10 years. If they tried that hard for 10 years and they did this, you know, don't give yourself crap for taking a month to do something, because, you know, if you can do the same thing that anyone else can do. So after 10 years, if they discovered a new element, what could you do in 1 year? You know, like, get a promotion or some shit. I don't know what your dreams are, but you can make progress. And just however long it takes you to make progress doesn't, determine your worth or your drive or your ethic or how good of a person you are or if you matter. You obviously matter. Maybe it's not obvious, but you do matter. What you're going to do with your life matters. Not 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 that it's something that you should worry about, but you're going to do great things, and if you don't do them right now or within the next whatever years, that's fine. Some people go to college at age 12, and some people, don't do anything until they're 50. And all of those people are still great. So just remember that. And uh, I'll see you later.